Have you ever wondered how the aftermath of a major conflict can reshape a nation's destiny, not just politically, but economically, right down to the daily lives of its people? It is a fascinating, and at times heartbreaking, study of cause and effect. Germany's post-World War I economic crisis was primarily caused by the immense burden of reparations, compounded by severe hyperinflation, and exacerbated by a profoundly unstable political environment. These interconnected factors combined to devastatingly impact the nation's economy and social fabric, creating widespread hardship. Now, let's explore the powerful forces that led to this challenging situation. Following its defeat, Germany was obligated by the Treaty of Versailles to pay enormous reparations to the Allied powers. This sum, initially set at 132 billion gold marks, was an almost unimaginable amount, far exceeding Germany's capacity to pay, especially in gold or foreign currency which it sorely lacked. This massive debt acted like a constant drain, siphoning off resources that were desperately needed for rebuilding and economic recovery. Furthermore, the German government's response to these demands, along with its own domestic financial needs, was to print an excessive amount of unbacked currency. This rapidly led to what we call hyperinflation, where the value of money plummeted at an astonishing rate, sometimes hourly. Imagine your money losing almost all its purchasing power in a single day. This economic chaos was further complicated by deep political instability within the newly formed Weimar Republic. Frequent changes in government, numerous revolts, and even political assassinations created an environment of uncertainty that deterred investment and hindered any efforts at stable economic planning. The occupation of the highly industrial Ruhr region by French and Belgian forces, as a consequence of Germany failing to meet reparation payments, further crippled vital coal and steel production, severely impacting the nation's industrial heartland. For the everyday person, this meant their life savings could vanish overnight. People who had worked their entire lives and saved diligently found their bank accounts virtually worthless. This led to a widespread return to bartering, where goods and services were exchanged directly rather than using currency. It was a time of intense struggle, requiring immense resilience from ordinary German citizens just to meet basic needs like food and shelter. To understand this period deeply, it is helpful to appreciate the intricacies of the Weimar Republic's struggle to govern under such extreme pressure. International efforts were made to help stabilize the situation, notably through the Dawes Plan in 1924 and the Young Plan in 1929. These initiatives aimed to restructure Germany's reparation payments and provide loans to aid its economic recovery, offering a brief period of relative stability. However, the initial shockwaves of hyperinflation and the continuing weight of reparations left a lasting scar. Ultimately, Germany's post-World War I economic crisis was not a simple problem, but a complex interplay of punitive peace terms, critical flaws in monetary policy, and a fragile political system. Understanding these deep historical currents helps us appreciate how such extreme economic instability can fuel social unrest and create a fertile ground for the rise of political extremism, profoundly influencing the trajectory of 20th-century European history. It truly highlights the critical importance of economic stability in fostering lasting peace.